So why has the Social Security Administration failed to provide any timeline for employees to return to the office?
Thank you for the question. So from a timeline perspective, our political leadership was back in the office in December of 2021. I think it's also important to note that in April of 2022, 75% of our workforce, our frontline workforce, which takes care of hearings, takes care of the field offices, they were also in on April of 2022. And right now, we are in the process of increasing headquarters and support staff in our headquarters offices.
So your response to the committee on September 14th failed to provide a response on how the agency plans to return to in-person work. And in fact, the only substantive answer was regarding the Social Security Administration's plans to adjust its real estate footprint. So I think it's very important if you're going to have a call for increased meaningful in-person work, then we need to understand that timeline and actually be able to fulfill it. So the Social Security Administration made an agreement that allows probationary employees with minor disciplinary actions and trainees to telework. Hold on, I'm not done. Think about that. Employees who are on probation, who have minor disciplinary actions and trainees, they're allowed to telework. So wouldn't it make more sense for these workers under probation or who have had these disciplinary actions or trainees to work in the office to ensure improvement or to monitor their behavior?
So there is the authority to grant telework in those particular cases. What I would tell you is what we learned coming out of the pandemic is that our front office workers, specifically the trainees that you're talking about, they did not feel connected to the mission, and they did not feel connected to the teams that they were working with. So
it took a pandemic to realize that you can't train someone from home, that they need to be in person and connected to the team to actually learn how to do their job?
Well, no, that was the feedback that we got from them. And so when we had the opportunity to participate in a approach to get those individuals into the office so that they could work together, that's something that we do on a regular basis.
Well, it's unfortunate that you even had to experiment with that and receive that feedback to understand that someone isn't going to train well from home for a brand new position. Anyway, getting back to the Social Security Administration, do you know how many applications are currently on backlog?
What types of applications are you referring to?
So all sorts of applications that you have here in the administration. For instance, at the beginning of this year, the Social Security Administration reported that there were approximately 700,000 applications in the backlog. For reference, in January of 2020, there were only 41,000. Now, this has resulted in several of my constituents receiving unsatisfactory customer service to receive the benefits that they have worked for their entire lives. In fact, 3 out of 5 applicants who are applying for their Social Security benefits, 3 out of 5 applicants will be denied benefits after waiting for approximately 7 months. About 8,000 people file for bankruptcy, and approximately 10,000 people die each year while awaiting a decision from your agency. All the while, you all are allowing delinquent employees to sit on their sofas at home instead of actually getting to work and doing their jobs. This is absolutely unacceptable.
So our employees are working whether they are in the office or at home, and they are.
Are you monitoring the work that they are doing from home on a regular basis?
Yes, we are.
Good afternoon, friends. This is important news. There are Social Security proposals that are emerging that may fall short on addressing the retirement crisis in the United States. But congressional lawmakers are continuing to push to save Social Security. So this may mean increasing benefits only for low-income households. My dear friends, please do me a big favor and watch until the end of this video. Also, every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. According to Yahoo News, lawmakers are introducing proposals to address the looming funding crisis for Social Security and also augment retirees' financial resources. But doubts persist about the adequacy of these measures. In a bipartisan initiative, changes to the Social Security Administration were suggested with the aim of discouraging premature benefit claims, not as a remedy for the program's financial challenges, but as a means to empower Americans to make more informed decisions about the timing of their Social Security benefits. Among other considerations, senators are contemplating elevating the retirement age for full Social Security benefits and revising the formula governing senior benefit calculations. So while these proposals might offer some relief to the 67 million Americans receiving monthly benefits, experts caution that they could inadvertently impact those least financially prepared for retirement, specifically lower earners and women. Shai Akabis, the Director of Economic Policy at the Bipartisan Policy Center, emphasized the necessity for Congress to shore up Social Security's finances promptly to avert substantial, widespread benefit reductions within the next decade. Akabis recommended comprehensive reform, including increased support for those most dependent on the program for financial stability in retirement. The primary Social Security Trust Fund is anticipated to cover full benefits until 2034, as outlined in the annual report released last year. Post this period, there is an expectation that incoming payroll taxes will be sufficient to fund approximately 80% of scheduled benefits. However, the window for implementing corrective measures in the system is diminishing rapidly. Senator Bill Cassidy unveiled a proposed legislation earlier this month. This legislation suggests that due to widespread confusion among Americans regarding their options for initiating Social Security benefits, individuals often commence receiving their checks earlier than optimal, significantly impacting their long-term financial well-being. Senator Bill Cassidy has said there are dozens of considerations being weighed to protect Social Security. This is including locking early retirement at age 62, an ironclad protection for lower-wage workers, and seeking avenues to increase benefits immediately. Under what we are discussing, millions would immediately receive more, and no one would receive less. Also, friends, President Biden may soon see some good news. Inflation has slowed, and Wall Street is optimistic about the chances of the U.S. avoiding a recession next year, despite the Federal Reserve's record rate hikes. But according to experts, achieving a so-called soft landing may not mean anything to voters. Low unemployment, real wage growth, and a fast-growing economy should be providing a boost to the public's perception of Biden's economic policies. But countless polls show that it has not, with inflation still climbing, albeit at a much slower rate than last year. Affordability remains a top concern for millions of voters, and that's been enough to keep Biden's polls on the economy deeply underwater. On Thursday, Commerce will report the Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index. It is the Fed's preferred measure of inflation. Some economic models have forecasted that a slowdown in growth could eat away at the president's share of the vote in 2024. White House officials say they're hopeful that the economy will continue to expand, even as inflation falls closer to to the Fed's 2% target rate. The National Economic Council director noted that inflation averaged about 2.9% in the 2 decades prior to the crisis, and workers feel the effects of wages rising faster than price increases. Another boost could come if the Fed cuts rates next year. One White House official observed that markets have increasingly priced in rate cuts, which would bring down mortgage rates and reduce borrowing costs for consumers and businesses. But for now, there is little sign of public sentiment on the economy improving. While consumer confidence rebounded in November, and a growing number of people are feeling good about their own financial situation. Well, my marvelous and magnificent friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. Thank you so much, friends, for being part of this community. To say thank you, every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, simply click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dearest friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful and very blessed week.